On the eve of the two-year anniversary of the Russia-Ukraine conflict, the United Nations General Assembly convened a high-level meeting. In attendance, several foreign ministers. Addressing the gathering here in New York, Ukraine's foreign minister said Kyiv will continue its diplomatic efforts on securing international support for its peace formula. Dmytro Kuleba says the fate of millions in his country is at stake, and the international community must show its support for Ukraine's territorial integrity.
Ukraine has been working tirelessly to mobilize international support for our peace plan. In less than a year, the number of countries and international organizations taking part in peace formula meetings went up from 15 to 82. And I thank every nation and every institution, including the United Nations, for joining. This demonstrates a growing global understanding that the peace formula is the only way forward to a just and lasting peace.
But Russia maintains that Moscow's special military operation is to protect Russian-speaking people in Ukraine. It has also criticized the West for continuing to flood Kyiv with weapons.
Any conflict ends sooner or later. There's no doubt that the Ukrainian conflict will end as well. There's no doubt that the longer it lasts, due to the sustained support by the West, the less advantageous will be the peace conditions for Ukraine.
Inside the Security Council chamber, where the debate continued, the UN Secretary General said that the conflict remains an open wound at the heart of Europe.
Since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, we have had 2 years of fighting, 2 years of suffering, 2 years of stoking global tensions and straining global relations. Enough. Scorning the Charter has been the problem. Honoring it is the solution. That means honoring the sovereignty, independence, unity, and territorial integrity of Ukraine within its internationally recognized borders.
Diplomacy and dialogue are the only path towards a negotiated settlement between the parties, said China, and efforts should remain focused on a political settlement.
Major countries have a special responsibility for world peace and security and must conduct their relations responsibly and manage their differences properly in pursuit of win-win cooperation. China played no part in the creation of the Ukraine crisis, nor is China a party to the crisis itself. We have not been watching the inferno from across the river, much less cashing in on the crisis. On the question of Ukraine, China has always maintained that the sovereignty and territorial integrity of all countries should be respected.
And while a negotiated settlement may appear distant and the Security Council deadlocked, there is overwhelming consensus for preventing further escalation of the conflict. Switzerland told the United Nations that it intends to organize a high-level peace conference by the summer, as Ukraine continues to rally support for President Volodymyr Zelensky's 10-point peace plan. Jody Jacobs, CGTN, New York.